It's the Black Real Estate Dialogue. Tune in. Tune in. Tune in. Tune in.
So where does your portfolio stand now? How many units are you at now?
Right now, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dang, no, it's probably about eight
Yeah.
houses, 1 duplex.
Nice. So a
Yeah.
mix of single family and duplex.
Yes, it's all single family and
Gotcha.
1 duplex. But I mean, even
Nice.
my primary residence that I'm eventually finna move out, it's 2 units basically because the mother-in-law. Because
Right.
when I move, you'll rent both units out, you know.
Right.
So that would be a double. Right now it's 1.
Right. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So how did you grow your portfolio to that point in such a short period of time? Like, what were some of your strategies that you used? Because that's very impressive in just a couple of years to have eight doors.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna have to sign up for my course. It's no, it's a plan. That's what all the gurus do, right? All right.
Yeah.
Sign up for this course, $999.
The link right here
Yeah, the link right here.
expires at midnight.
Yeah. See, I gotta figure out how to do that stuff. But nah, I mean, I was like, some people are just meant to do certain things. So in life, like I was in a mail truck, you know, working and getting paid by the hour, and it sucked. Like life was like, it's not me. So when I found, I quit my job, right? I quit the post office, and I thought my plan was to quit the post office with like 10 rental properties. When I quit, I think I had 3, right? So I quit the post office with 3 rental properties, and it wasn't even close enough to provide for me. It was just like, man, I'm done, which I don't advise, but I was done, right?
Yeah.
So basically, how I did 2 of them I bought in the same month, and basically, how could I say it? I saved up once I moved in the new house. I was basically living for free. We paid off our cars, you know, and then the mother-in-law took care of the whole, you know, shebang. So basically, imagine working, you know, and the only thing you're paying for is your food, basically, food and the gas. So I started saving up, and it's easy to save up when you don't have housing and cars. Only thing you spending money on is food. So basically, we saved up, and we started buying properties. My wife kept her job, and I purchased the duplex first because I was determined to get a duplex. I was going to auctions, everything, but that first duplex, that was a tough one. I had to negotiate a lot on that, but got a duplex. After the duplex, I partnered up with one of my other friends, bought an Airbnb, and I mean, yeah, partnering up. I say that's how I scale so fast.
Got you.
Yeah.
So a couple of those, you partner with someone else on them.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and that was able to help me, because basically what people should realize, if you got people with the same common mindset, and I know the best thing to do is put your money together, because it's gonna go a lot farther. So instead of you putting down say 20 grand, now you only got to put down 10 grand.
Yeah.
So now you can buy 2 of them if you got the 20 grand, because you put down 10, you still got 10 left. So let's go buy another one. So basically, that's why I looked at it. I mean, you partner up. You don't want to get too thin, but if you can partner up and still have meat on the bone, I think that was how I was able to scale faster, I guess.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I think it's powerful, man, to partner up. You know, you can go faster together. You know, it sounds kind of cliche, but it's true. You know, you probably, if you just by yourself, you probably would have maybe 4 or 5. But you know, now you are where you're at, and I'm sure it helps overall just having a partner. You know, helping out to make sure things are growing.
Yeah.
So that's good, man.
Yeah, I mean, the advantage of having a partnership, I believe, is because I like to find deals. I'm a deal finder. That's what I do. I find deals. Then once I actually get it, it's not even fun no more. It's kind of like chasing a girl. Like once you got it, it's like, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I like chasing deals. So I find a deal, and my partner, he work a full-time job still, so he's not doing that. So he's more like the analytical data, get the taxes, get the insurance, and handle all that. So if you find somebody who like y'all kind of like, if they doing this in life, it makes sense for them to do that, and then they also excel at that. It's like kind of like the perfect matchup.
For sure, for sure. And what does your wife think of all this? How involved is she, and what does she think of how things have been able to grow over the past couple of years?
Well, I mean, basically, I mean, we were both. I was learning, but she seen me learning, so it was kind of like even like think about last podcast I did. Like a lot of people close to me didn't even listen to it. They like, we with you every day. We know it already, basically, you know.
Yeah.
So she know I've been listening, studying, and she listen to everything I'm saying. So she kind of getting like a third ear to hear it, and it's like kind of just like nobody else gonna believe it too. So when you tell people at your job you're gonna do this and do that, and then they not gonna believe it. So having my wife on board, we were both like, she motivated me to keep going, you know, because she like, no, it's really gonna happen. Because everybody else, a lot of times, like when God working through you, it don't make sense.
Mhm.
So for you to say, I'm finna quit my job, you got a child on the way, you know what I mean? You're
Yeah.
only 30 years old. What you gonna do the rest of your life? It's like you really can't explain it, you know?
Yeah, for sure. That's powerful. No, it's interesting. Um, a lot of times when people, a lot of what you're doing is unfamiliar to them to most of our community. It's something we haven't heard before for a lot for, and I feel like now the age we're in, a lot more of us are taking this path to build wealth, financial freedom through real estate, growing a portfolio. And for a lot of us, it's very new. We didn't always have family, or we didn't have exposure to that kind of thing. And so the reason I'm saying that is because when you bring up something like that to people who have not been exposed to it or who don't believe it's possible, it can get kind of weird. It can be kind of hard to talk to people, quite honestly. So I think it's really great
Yeah,
that you have a wife who sees the vision.
yeah, and that's why I call my podcast the New American Dream, because you know the old American Dream, you go work for 30 years and then you retire and travel or whatever. But yeah, it is unconventional. So a lot of times, if you're talking to somebody, that's why I say right now the smartest people on earth are probably 25 to 35, because they like, we played outside hide and go see, but then we also got on social media. Like you got to both. Like I was in the woods younger, and then I'm also know how to use technology.
Are you looking for a community of like-minded individuals and access to experts in real estate?
Yeah,
Are you interested in real estate but need more support and guidance?
you know who it is.
The Black Real Estate Dialogue presents the Real Estate Investing Community. No matter how much or how little real estate experience you have, we've created a community for you because your perspective is important. All right, tell me, where's the number one place where you can do Q&A with experienced guest speakers 2 times per month? How about unlimited access to past guest speakers' recordings? What about a private Slack channel to engage in daily discussion with everybody in the community to share resources and support each other? Head on over to blackrealestatedialogue.com. That's blackrealestatedialogue.com. It's the real estate investing community presented by the Black Real Estate Dialogue. Come join us today.
So walk us through what that first deal was like. How did you figure out where you wanted to purchase?
Yeah.
What type of loan did you use? Walk us through like the details of what that looked like.
Yeah, no, of course. So briefly enough, I have a business partner, right? So at the time, both my business partner and I were figuring out, what additional income stream could we add in addition to having our W-2 career. And we figured that, we were thinking about a lot of different things, right? We ended up doing Airbnb. We were thinking about some app ideas, thinking about starting some businesses, and we figured, we ended up deciding to go half on a property. When I say half, meaning on the down payment. So that process, it was very interesting. We currently live in Brooklyn, right, and we work in Manhattan. So we were looking to buy in New Jersey. We bought in Newark. We didn't really want to buy in New York because the prices are just, through the roof here. And we wanted to buy something that was going to produce us some income. So we thought, the prices in New Jersey compared to, you know, the rental income that some of these properties earn, we figured if we buy in New Jersey, we could potentially cash flow a little income from that, right? In addition to that, we were able to buy in New Jersey while working in New York because technically we were able to own occupy a property in New Jersey, because we live within 2 hours. We'll be living within 2 hours of our work, right? So yeah, that's why we ended up in New Jersey.
Cool. So how did you find that property?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did you go through finding the right real estate agent or realtor? How did you make that determination? Because I know a lot of people. I mean, there are thousands of people who probably could have helped you.
Yeah.
But how did what was it for you that made you know what, this person's aligned with our goals. This person will help us to get where we want to go.
No, that's a really good question. Initially starting off, we ended up with 3 agents. Initially we started with 1. The first 2 agents weren't as investor friendly per se. We kind of really figured out that there's 2 separate type of agents here. There are the agents who are investor friendly, who understand multifamily, they understand investments, right? They understand how to analyze a property for the cash flow. Then there's that other agent, right, which is also an amazing agent. It's just that they're more like on the single family, you know, home family type agent, right? And that agent, the first 2 agents weren't able to really help us with our goal initially starting off. So, you know, we went through 2 agents, but then that last agent was investor friendly. We ended up finding him on YouTube actually through a mortgage broker. His name is Peter Boutros with eXp Realty. He ended up helping us a lot. And I mean, we went through about 25 to 26 offers prior to us closing on our first property. Yeah, I know.
25, 26 offers?
26 offers, yeah.
During what
time period?
About how long was that?
I would say
you offered one to what finally you got accepted?
Well, I mean, we're going to New Jersey every weekend. I mean, every week actually, every weekend. Every day after work, we're going to New Jersey for about 3 months. Yeah,
goodness.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting, man. To work 9 to 5 and then hop on the subway, right, or hop on the bus and like walking in the snow, like to find a property. It's like it was very uncommon for us, you know, missing a lot of things on the weekends and doing a lot of things. But yeah, I mean, it took around like 3 to 4 months, probably 25 offers over the span.
Wow. Yeah. Is that like multifamily?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, multifamily. So we figured if we're gonna be using our first time home buying and owner occupying a property, utilizing our FHA as you asked previously, we figured let's try to get as many units as we can, leveraging, you know, the FHA, put in 3 to 5% down. Our goal is to get 4 units, right? Because that's the cutoff prior to, and then commercials after that with the 5 units and above. So we was like, hey, let's try to get 4. We ended up with 3, which is perfectly okay, and it's more than enough. Well, it was more than enough at the time. Yeah.
That's awesome. So for your down payment, did you go in with your own money? Did you raise money?
So
combination.
Yeah, it was a bit of a combination. At the time, I mean, fresh out of college, I had about $120,000 in student loan debt, and I had some credit cards and things. So my income that I was earning from my job, my W-2 job, it was going towards my credit cards and going towards paying off student loans. So I didn't have a lot of money saved. Probably had around $5,000 saved. Luckily enough, I found a business partner who had the same vision as I did and had the same goals as I did, right? And we were able to, split the down payment in half, which was around $25,000. Initially, for my portion, I didn't have it, right? So, my partner was going to pull the trigger without me. But I got really creative and decided to reach out to some people. Because being that we're buying an income-producing asset, I realized that this property is going to pay us around, $1,600 a month, right? In cash flow, that's after the mortgage is paid. We were like, okay, if I'm buying an asset or making an investment into something that's going to potentially pay me every single month, a light bulb went off in my head, and I said, wow, I can actually raise this capital needed to secure this property, right? and then pay that individual back with the the proceeds and the capital that the property is going to produce. So I went off and I raised around $15,000, which was my portion, to secure my portion of the project, and then we secured it, and then I paid it back over time.
Hi everyone, Sam here from the Black Real Estate Dialogue. Make sure to hit that notification bell and that subscribe button, and to visit us at blackrealestatedialogue.com.